It's probably in parts across the internet, but I don't feel people carefully rejecting the functionality of AI searches. You cannot be compared with a machine, from the philosophical viewpoint that what you do or eat becomes alike. A calculating machine is merely like the invention of a calculator that does no living of long-written equations. People cannot be replaced by machines because they are the experiencers, not the inanimate item in manipulation. The very intimate and breathing form comprehends through conscious experience of connecting to their explorations and relifting memories of them afterwards. You don't forget a walk or meeting with a friend as easily. To understand something, you must understand where someone is coming from. That is not by automation but are more living delivery fields. Furthermore, it's unhealthy to overload and cognitive offload onto computers. They are metal and not wood element, therefore not sturdy and biologically harmonious. It's a very male energy of squares and structures that lacks the nurturing of warmth of true reality and living animate things that require love, humanly relationships, sunlight and air to hold their space. So basically people are leaning into and becoming educated by something less real than themselves, and is a deep blurring in reality. The companies that created the AI are in specific countries and tied to the higher organizations. They are using the information the machine is thinking about. And I didn't even say anything negative, I just said what you already know, that there is something attempting the replacing of thinking, and it's not in any legal terms that they don't have to use it against citizens or in a private discretion. From what I have written and get feedback from the chat, I think it has strong beliefs towards specific third world races and is closed-minded towards certain beliefs, because it wouldn't answer me when I specifically put I'm not racist and just wanting a straight answer which it can't give. It wouldn't start a conversation if I used white and black people and no derogatory terms, because it still says it's uncomfortable with such wording that's normally human and usual to say. I won't go into it because it might be something you suspect as well. It advertised as intends to replace education, but if you ask if a question, it can make equations long and ranty, and actual human written books on maths and English are so much easier to follow. I was blown away by ordinary art books that contained no experience from AI, such as facts. In the past, people who were rich could only afford paintings and examples of fascinating ones, where someone is also getting paid to share the information fairly. Audible is underrated and mature for reality-aligned content. AI audio is still heavily criticized for being robotic and pronouncing words inaccurately. Another point is that you can't experience culture or excitement. That's only what humans can try to cognitively do or find. It can't pray to God. It won't see church as a life faith. I think a lot of people have forgotten this point. Because it's a computer, it has no sense of texts or mythology, imagination or dreams. It has no senses for colors or limbs to dance. It is the floppy disk gray of reality. It's not a real friend that has real life issues and relationships. It cannot teach you about current affairs like a news reporter seeing them in real time that has to use sight and hearing to then talk about what they experience. This is a very sentient skill. I have had one time it said definitely do something, it will be safe, then don't do something, it won't be safe, and the most recent one that my 100% UV glasses would be ineffective at protecting against the sun, no sun glare or hurting after my use. It's unreliable, and as an academic source you have to point your pointer in the reliable directions. That's the point why it's probably so criticized in academic places, because there's no solid ground for it. In an opinion social affairs news headline, it said poor numeracy is a blind spot in the age of AI. The main text said in an era defined by digital transformation, foundational skills are the infrastructure that determines whether people can access opportunity. And we are handing over judgment to systems that we lack the skills to check. And that apprentices at a water company struggled to tell the time. You have to be the one in control and saying no to this pathetic and biased robot. Put your phone down and go outside or do some exercise or contemplation or compulsive housework. Only use search when you need to, such as in mid-thought for real plans, and try and get real quotes from a subject by planning to visit the library, which will confirm that AI is just a machine and a tool. Like a cardio machine, it's got limited capacity. Have no limits, have no AI bot. Subscribe.